the best place to look for remote job is startups. Like I've discovered this, and this is working for a lot of people. It has worked for me too. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to use LinkedIn to find this startup company and how to apply to job to these startup companies and everything in between. So if this sounds like what you want to watch, what you're interested in, so click on the subscribe button and let's get right into the video. In majority, like 80% of people that I know that are working remotely from Nigeria, working remotely from Africa, actually are working with startup, especially AI startup. So the big question is, where do you find these startup jobs? So it's not news that startup owners are on LinkedIn and they are active on LinkedIn. So there is this thing that is called founders brand. Founders, having founders brand, being a thought leader is a big thing on LinkedIn and on X. So if you don't have an account on LinkedIn or X, so please, and you're looking to learn the remote job, please go create an account on LinkedIn or X and get active there. So the goal is not for you to become a LinkedIn creator. The goal is for you to have an optimized LinkedIn profile and to have a couple of posts, network, interact, and build connections, useful connections on LinkedIn. So now let me get straight into how to find startup jobs on LinkedIn. So there are many founders, like every day there's a new company is being built. There's some founders I founded, they are found like 3, 4, 5, 10 companies. So let me walk you through how you can search for startup jobs on LinkedIn. So first strategy we're going to do is that LinkedIn themselves have this stuff they do every year. So they have a list of top 50 startup brands. So let me show you something. So there was an article that I saw. I think this is the article. So it said LinkedIn top startups 2024, the 50 US top company US companies on the right. So they list like the top 50 startup companies that people can check out. So every year they list that. So you can go take a look at the company. So this is the one for 2024. So you can just look at these companies. I'll put the link to this article in the description. So you can look at all of these companies, and you might even have you know um maybe hiring and all of that. So LinkedIn does this every year. So like that is one. So you can see all of the companies. So that is one way. Another way is to use LinkedIn search feature. Like this is incredible, and I'm going to be walking you through this. So this is the one strategy that I have discovered. Like many people know this, so I'm going to be sharing this with you. Because why? I cannot apply for all of the jobs in this world. I cannot work in every company, so it just makes sense for me to actually share. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the search bar and type YC um YCW 2025. So I'm going to tell you the meaning of what I'm doing, in case you're like wondering like what is this girl doing. So we are going to click on people. My mouse is not working well. So you're going to click on people. So what does this mean? So YC 2025 is what we call Y Combinator Winter 2025. So what is this all about? So Y Combinator is a startup directory. So let's just go to Y Combinator. I don't think I spelled that well. So it's a startup accelerator company. You know um help startups and all of that. So I've talked about this 25 batch. So this is like so this is what Y Combinator does. You understand? So this is why I did this. So when you do this, so this is Y Combinator Winter 2025. So they usually fund startup companies during the spring, winter, and fall. So those are the three weathers abroad. So that's how they fund startup companies. So yep. So we're going to do this, and you click on enter, and this is the result. So the goal is that this thing is going to bring out anybody that has that in their profile, and people see it like it's a big deal for people like brand owners. It's a big deal for them that, oh, I was funded by Y Combinators. So you can see this X 2025, right? So this is a good way to just go around this stuff. You can see this Y Combinator 19. So this 25 shows 2025, 19, 2019, and all of that. So you see all of that, 2022. So the more recent 2025. So you see all of that, and you can click on it to learn more about their startup and shoot your shot. So you can click on the person's profile. I don't want to do that now. So you click on the person's profile, go to their website, look at the startup, and they might go to their career page. They might have an opening, and if they don't have an opening, you can always shoot your shot. If there's something I have noticed about startup brands and startup owners, is that they are open to receiving pitches. Like if someone sends a message and the person has a value, they are always open to working with anybody from anywhere that has something valuable to offer, someone that is willing to jump right into the whole stuff. So this strategy, people don't really know this. So this is one way we can. This is the second way we can use search. Another way we can use search is to look for something that you can just do founder, check for founder. Like a lot of people are founders or LinkedIn. You can say founder, maybe 500K ARR, something like that. So what does this mean? This person is a founder, maybe had just started a startup, and they have made $500,000 in annual revenue. So this is still like a new budding company. Yep. So this is just a great way for you to, like, you know, so you can see what I'm saying. So you can already see the results. So you just look at all of this stuff and see 500K ARR and all of that. So you can just do it like that, and you will see startup, you see founders, can go through the list, you can export the list, you can go, you can, so yeah, we're up to like page 30 something. So you can just keep going to find startups that you find helpful, and you can just keep going and doing all of that. So you can also use for using our search. So this is another search query that you can use. Another search query you can use, you can even do something like SME founder, something like that. Let's check about this. So you can see some stuff like that, or you can just say bootstrapped team, bootstrapped team, something like that. So you can just check all of that. Another thing, because it's usually CEOs that always talk about their team being bootstrapped. Then another search term that you can use is building in public. Building in public. So a lot of founders on LinkedIn and X actually build in public. So I don't know if so you can just look at all of this, do all of that. But a lot of job seekers to be building in public, so you can just check out all of that. So these are ways to check. So another way you can check is to check to you have this filter that you can filter with people. So you can also filter with company. You can just use the word startup company size. So use this filter, company size 1 to 10, then you show results. So you are looking for companies that are just like forming, you understand, you know. Or you can even just say agency, something like that. So you might just see companies. You can just go through all of the companies and see the one that works for you. So another way you can also look for, you can look for groups. You can look for groups, startup groups, maybe startup owners, something like that. So you can look for all of this group, look for the one that looks promising, and then join the group. Join the group. So another way is another great way to do it is to actually search for a founder and follow the founder. So let's search. Let's say founder, and you click on founder. So we're going to click on people right now. You click on people, so you just go. Maybe you want specific location. You look at United States, and you just okay. So you just see all of those founders, and this Hey Jane and all of them. So you can see all of those founders. You can see all of these people are founders. So if I kind of maybe I know a company now like Goodwin Media, oh I can just click on a founder. So when you click on a founder, for instance, a random person, you can just decide to connect with a person, send a connection request. This is just random. I've not thought about this, and the invitation has been sent. Then if you can also follow them and all of that, so you can follow them. The great thing about LinkedIn that when you follow one person, then you begin to see other suggestions, maybe other people like those kind of people. So if I check on this my right hand corner now, you see I'll begin to find more founders, CEO and founder, product leader, CEO, chief growth officer, Facebook ad expert, founder, and all of that. And aside from that, when I even go to my homepage, I'll start seeing posts because I have connected with them or follow them. I'll start seeing posts from those people and maybe the posts they like. And LinkedIn will suggest people that are within that circle of influence too. And that's just a great way for me to connect with more people. So if there's anything I've learned about getting opportunities on LinkedIn, before I used to be like, oh, LinkedIn is over, is exaggerated, like it's not as good as people make it to be. It doesn't really work. It worked before because I've actually had recruiters like founders come to send me a DM that oh they would love to work with me, and that was like a long time ago. I think that was like 2020, 2019. That was like that was like years ago, maybe like 5 years ago. Like LinkedIn doesn't quite work as much as it did before. It was like I didn't feel like LinkedIn was a good place to go. But until recently this year, I said, okay, let me try LinkedIn again, especially when it comes to like getting gigs, getting remote jobs, and all of that. And it has proven to be really worth the while. And I'll tell you some of the things that I've noticed about LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn has a lot to do with the people that you follow and the people that you connect with. People always don't. People always want to connect with random people. Don't connect with random people. Connect with people that are going to be of benefit to you. It's very important, and it's also good to connect. As you are connecting vertically, you should connect horizontally. So while you're connecting with founders, with managers, content lead, like people like are higher than you that you want to learn from, it's always good to also connect with people on your level, people that are also looking for opportunity, that are sharing their journey, because you never know one strategy that someone is using that has used to get an opportunity that you can also leverage and it can work for you. So as much as you are learning from people, you also need people that are in your situation and are sharing. And people share a lot in this world of content creation. People share a lot of secrets, so there's nothing really hidden, so to say, anymore. People share a lot. But I see the mistake that a lot of people make on LinkedIn is that they follow content creators. So what I'll tell you is that LinkedIn is quite different from YouTube. YouTube is like when you're on YouTube and you're following a particular creator, most creators are in niches. Like for instance, I talk about remote jobs, freelancing, making money, and all of that. I'll always talk about that, and I'll share strategies, things I'm doing, and all of that to help anybody that is in that journey, to help them with strategies and what to do. That's how YouTube actually works. It's very like niche based, but LinkedIn is not really like that. People just talk about create how to write LinkedIn, how to show up on LinkedIn, how to get recruiters to notice you, and all of that. So if you are following creators on LinkedIn, you might not really get value because they are making the post so that to harvest engagement, to get likes and followers. They're not really giving you what you want to hear, or they're just sharing their wins. So, but if you really want to learn, follow people that are in your field, that are not really creators, but they are active on LinkedIn and they're sharing their journey. Yeah, they're learning in public, they're building in public, they're sharing their journey. Those are the kind of people you follow. Don't follow creators. LinkedIn influencers, LinkedIn creators, those ones are mostly after the numbers and the engagement. They're not going to really share anything valuable. It's just about their growth on LinkedIn. So that's the mistake people make. And it's very important to follow people on your life, because when someone likes something, you see it on your LinkedIn feed. And in fact, I've gotten an opportunity because someone liked another person's post. I saw the post and I sent the person a DM, and it led into an opportunity that I had to be paid for. So that's how it works. So connection, LinkedIn is a networking place. It's a network first platform. So when you're on LinkedIn, networking, connecting with people should be like the first thing on your mind. It's not really social. Don't treat LinkedIn like you treat Instagram. It's not going to work. So that's one thing I'm noticing with LinkedIn. And seriously, LinkedIn is like the gold mine for getting like high paying clients. I can't even lie. I used to be like, oh, LinkedIn is so cringe. Oh, people are just saying, oh, I'm happy to announce I got a job in whatever, Coca Cola. I don't care, whatever. But that is not what it is. I have really cool opportunities on LinkedIn internationally with founders that are really active there. So it's a great place to be. I'm telling you, take it from someone that was not active on LinkedIn. They don't like LinkedIn, but this is actually a great place to be, and I'm enjoying it. You learn a lot. You get to see opportunities that you would naturally not be open to on a normal day. So like these are the tips that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any comment, let me know in the comment. And then before I end this video, so it's one thing to find startup jobs, to find startup owners, to be able to shoot, to be able to like find them out. It's another different thing to actually send them a message and take it to the next level, because that is like the make it or break it point. So if you don't know how to apply to this job, if you don't know how to shoot your shot, to send the right messages, that opportunity is just going to pass by. So I've developed a strategy for like applying for a job that will give you an edge over every other person, and I call it the beyond and above strategy. This strategy has been proven to work 90% of the time. Like 9 out of 10 times it works. It works almost every time. This is tried, tested, trusted by not just me, by other people. So I decided to make it into a strategy, and I'm looking at building a mini course on this strategy so that you can understand how it works. I'll share templates with you and all of that. So if you're interested in knowing more about this strategy, let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to share all of this with you. Let me know if you want to learn more, but I think it's very important. I think finding this job, knowing where these jobs are, and all of those are not really the problem. The real problem is actually applying to these jobs and eventually landing this job. And this strategy is going to help you. Like, okay, let me not say it works all the time, but 90% of the time, and that's a fair chance it works. It works. If you are going to put in the work, it works. I've tried it, tested, trusted. So like, I'm looking at starting to create this mini course, very comprehensive. So let me know if you're interested. I don't want to create something that nobody is interested in. So let me know if you're interested, and if you watch this video up until this point and you've not subscribed yet, what did I do to you? So subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, share this video, important, so that everybody that needs to hear this information we get to hear it. And also let me know what you think in the comment section. If you want me to create a mini course about this strategy, or if you have any questions about everything that I've shared, I'll be more than happy to respond to your comments. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.